What up? How y'all doing? God bless. We gonna always start off with God bless in the name of Jesus. Yo, people always ask me why I'll never go live, but I'm just trying to tell them that I don't really like folk like that. Like not being funny or nothing, but I don't really like folks like that. They be too much for me. Like they all be arguing and carrying on with each other. And oh yeah, I did put a picture up. What y'all thought I look? What y'all thought I look like? Uh-huh. You judging me according to my little scratchy voice, wasn't you? That's all right. Um, but I don't really be going live because I don't like to be bothered like that, man. I ain't even gonna lie. My peace be everything to me. And y'all in that unrest is hard on me, man. I'm born empath. And I'm super empath, so I feel everything, and I don't, that junk is draining. It is draining. But I do every now and again plan on going live. Like we have a show planned for y'all coming up with the different artists. I'm gonna start to do one-on-one personal interviews with the different local artists around me, and start from there on out. Uh, Kind of like a little sesh, and sit down and chill, and let everybody get lit and see what we talking about for real. Because this music thing is hard on people. And like I say to y'all all the time, I don't just do it for me. I make music so that I could calm the four winds. And only, like I said before, only the real understand what I'm saying when I say stuff like that. Because when you start to unravel the four winds, is when you start seeing all these hurricanes and the untimely earthquakes and the volcanoes. And so the rhythm of the music plays into a lot of that, of the unraveling of the earth. um I had like Dochi song the other day. Like I like the beat on the song because they asked me why, would I prefer her. She's doing, her cosplay, and like that's all devilish. How would you like that? I said, but she's a dark angel. Like if y'all listen to her, she's not. She's an angel. She's a dark angel, but she's on our side. So y'all pay her some attention. Listen to what she say. Said, and then when that song came on the other day, and I was listening to it, and it came in rock like a rock, like a rock, like a rock, rock. And then it came in with the war drums. Just boom, 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 boom. I like, oh, listen to that, them war drum. And then she came right in, bam, bam. That's stance. That's on guard stance when you hear those type of rhythms and beats. But only those that are true ancestry can understand that type of stuff. Like those who are not under true ancestry would never understand that right there. But I do. Um, praise the Lord, and I wish I didn't sometime. Um, but yeah, so I wanted to talk about what our grandmothers required from us, right? Because I ended off with that the last time, and I wanted to get briefly into it just for a second, because I'm watching the women and the men out here arguing and carrying on and going through all these changes, and I try to stay back out of that because I was raised by men. Like I was raised by the fellas, and I love the fellas. I think they hilarious, and all the antics and the stunts that they pull to get loved on. Like the junk is hilarious to me. It always have been. I'm a girl's. I'm a man's woman. I guess that would make me a mammy and a woman's field or whatever they call it. You know what I mean? But I'm a man's woman. I love the fellas. I think the fellas is hilarious. Like they just do some of the stupidest shit. I'm like, man, all this, bro. Like for real, all this, bro. Oh my god. I remember my brother-in-law told me he was a stalker. He told me how to look out for a stalker. He said, "Yo, sis, for real." He said, "I'm telling you." He said, "Stalkers be existing." He said, "I know, cause I used to be a stalker." And I just looked at him like, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah, man, sis, I was underneath the girl house. She was up there with the next nigga in the bed, and I was right in her basement, and she ain't even know it." I was like, "Oh my god." I like this dude done went crazy. He said, then sis, I was pissed off with her because I poured like 2 gallons of sugar in her gas tank, and then her car kept running. Like this is stuff y'all go there like, bro, what in the hell, bro? He like, yo, sis, for real though. Oh my god, like my dude, why though? Like why though? He said, cause I love this bitch. So, I've watched the fellas do some of the craziest stuff, and I done had to talk them down off the ledge so many times because they so soft, man, and women so hard. We hard, like, we forced to be hard because of all this stuff. And the fellas don't realize it sometimes that the women is hard like that because of all the stuff. Like, it ain't just hard on y'all, bro. It's hard on us too. Can we get a break right here? You know? Like women go through some of the craziest stuff. By 13, I think almost every little girl in your neighborhood done been touched or raped some kind of way. And usually it's by your mans and them that be right around you. Or the dude that you think is cool be the one trying to harm your sister. You get what I'm saying? So it'd be a lot of stuff. And then, you as a woman trying to tell a man something, it's so hard to tell a man because they be feeling like, yo, nah, because you don't want us to have no friends, and you don't want us, like it's an insult to their ego as a man for you to have to tell them anything about a man around them who they think that they done made good judgment on, or think that this dude got good character. So when a woman is telling them something, it's offensive. And so there comes the beef between the black man and the black woman, because we be suffering some stuff too, and y'all don't realize that we be suffering some stuff. You know what I mean? And y'all be praising people that ain't praisable, but y'all know the nigga ain't praisable because he be grimy like y'all. That's why he your man. You feel what I'm saying? Like the stuff that he do, you would do too. That's why y'all hang out. That's why y'all good. So it's hard to hear, yo, your dirty ass friend dirty like you. That's hard to hear to a man. So instead, they beat up on the girl. Nah, cause you shoulda, and and only if you woulda. You get what I'm saying? And I find that a lot in the black culture. But getting back to what grandma required, grandma told us stand up though. Grandma said, I'm expecting the best out of you. Grandma said, you come from my lineage. This a good root. This a good root. Grandma said, this some good stock right here. You don't come from no sucker shit. So I don't expect you to ever be a sucker out there in the world. And there was a thing that we were required to be as black people. And what we were required to be was stand up from way back when, you know? Like we done went back so far in how we move. We back in slavery. Like we back to being slaves. That's hard to look at. Like for me, as an empath watching from the outside in, it's hard to watch because you be saying to them, no, wrong way. And everybody get mad with you and want to fight with you and stuff. But you be trying to tell them, nah, that's the wrong way. But something about being a slave feel good. Something about, in that oppressive state feel good. And it's alarming for me. It's heartbreaking actually. But, you know, and the people don't mind, that's why they want y'all to keep having these babies because babies is equal money. Y'all messing up the economy not having no kids. Y'all remember back in slavery when it was good to have a lot of slaves, so they was breeding each other and making babies so that they would have commerce because babies was like cattle. It's the same right now. That's why they took your birth control and all that other stuff because they need that money. China got a lot of folk. China got a lot of people over there. Even though they only allowed them to have a certain amount of kids, they got a lot of them though. Still. And so, and China over there grabbing hold to Africa. And Africa got a lot of folks. You get what I'm saying? So, that's where the money is. And they need some people. They need kids to be born because they need a military. They need a few good men. And if they ain't got a few good men out there in the military doing what, the military do, what they gonna have is a few good men over there in the prison system doing what the stock market say do for a couple dollars, $2 or $3. You know what I'm saying? So, paying attention to how we moving is absolutely, incredible. I'm watching us like, what in the hell is going on out here? Y'all out here telling each other business. I mean, telling each other business. Like, what in the world, yo? Like, I'm only tell so much because we know that, we know. They're like, you don't go live, you don't. Mm-mm. Every once in a while, I might go live because I'll go live with some artists. I'll say it like that. I'll go live with the artist. We'll do it like that, and where y'all can sit down and see us interact, or I'll go live with a call in, something like that. Where I'll do stuff like that with a special guest call in or something like that, and we'll do it like that for right now because all attention is ridiculous. Like y'all fighting, we the artists out here fighting. Everybody say something about somebody. Everybody want to fight. Like why is y'all trying? I'm trying to tell you something. I don't want to even have to tell you nothing. I don't even like y'all like that anyway. But I'm trying to tell you something. Not that I'm thinking, but what I know. Like I'm feeling it. I feel everything. I feel y'all. Y'all be close to me. And when y'all vibe into me, y'all close to me. Same way. Because it's an intimate personal relationship. This is what our grandmothers taught us. But this relationship can only be intimate like that because of God. And those who know God and understand God gonna automatically be attracted to each other. We know who we are. Them other people trying to get to know who we are. We supposed to reveal ourselves eventually. That's what the words say. And y'all revealing yourself, but you're not in line. Like you hear, I see y'all. I was in here crying. I was in here crying when Tasha K apologized to Michelle ATLN. I was crying. Cause that was my last video on my other channel. I don't know if it like 10 months, a year ago or something. That junk made me cry. Cause I be in our Instagram messing with Michelle, like, you know, I would love to see you with yeah, no, no, you know. And so we be over there on Instagram laughing about it. Over there as the notorious Taj B. They know me over here as uh uh something else. I can't remember. I'm getting old. Er, er. I'm getting old. Don't forget. But you know, so we be laughing on online and stuff about certain crazy stuff that is just naturally us that we supposed to do. We supposed to love on each other like that. We supposed to say, you know what, I was wrong for that because that was wrong. I'm sorry. You know, like that's what we supposed to do anyway. So you know, watching that go down with Tasha K and Michelle, that was like all love to me. I'm like, thank you, girl. There you go. Like this is how it's supposed to go. Because we all range a certain type of way unto God and not unto man. And when we fall unto man, then we fall into that chaotic mode. And that's where you see all this gunning each other down, and they don't want to get rid of no damn guns. Y'all talking about getting rid of some guns and fucking people fighting y'all hard as hell. Why would they get rid of the guns if y'all killing each other? That don't make sense. That's so stupid. You got to be kidding me. Ain't nobody gonna go for that. They gonna gather their own guns so that they can kill y'all. And for the smart ones, you know, and then they got y'all with the guns, easy get the guns so that y'all kill each other. Why not let man? You must be kidding. Gun law where? Gun law where? Y'all sound crazy. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Not as long as we ain't got to do it ourselves. And for those of y'all little smart ones, God bless. So you know all that come with what Kwame say, mama's cooking and granny's teaching. All that come in the same mixture. That's all the same mixture of knowing all these things is you gotta know better. Like y'all do know better. And I know y'all know better because I listen to some of y'all get into debates. I be on different channels. I listen to all y'all. I've been here for a long time. I was in Natasha X show long before I was even any of these channels. So I've been here with y'all for a long, long time. Long time. Long time. And I just been watching and listening and looking. Seeing how y'all, you know, work it out and get along. You know, Storm over there. I remember when Storm started. I remember when Tasha K went and got him. I thought they was an awesome match. I knew that he would stem out to be a little bit bigger and different because if they'd have stayed together, they'd have been both at the same plateau, but in a different kind of way. It's just, you know, personal stuff, you know, women and men and girls stuff. You know what I'm saying? I seen that coming in because Jasmine, you know, Jasmine been there. Wasn't no headache, no chaos with just Jasmine. Was nothing, no chaos. But anyway, not, you know, getting into all that. I'm just trying to tell y'all how long I've been here with y'all, is what I'm saying. I've been here a long time with y'all, watching, and you know, my spirit man is always, it's like it has tentacles. So for those who I know are the gifted and the spirited of the Lord, those are the people that I really talk to. Those are the people who I try to get to and hope that they hear what I'm saying to them. Um, I was getting that to Harker Bay and Minister Inky over there, to Dr. Inky, at one point, because how y'all arguing over some kombucha? Like, that don't even make sense to me. Y'all went from getting that brother polite to arguing over some kombucha. That bothered me because you have so much to offer the world, so much intelligence that a drink tore y'all down. That was one of the best shows up and rising, and a drink tore y'all down. There wasn't the intelligence. It was the lack of intelligence. So yeah, when I'm here with you guys, I've been here a long time, trying to kick it with you. I'm in your comments, and I'm always gonna be the one that say to y'all, nah, keep it moving, nah, keep going, nah, nah. You know what I mean? All that extra stuff. We don't got time for that. In the march of this life right here, we gotta keep on going. I thought young Farrell was totally out his mind. I listened to him, and for him to be so like he's stuck. I don't know how to explain it to y'all, but he's stuck in between dimensions. And he trying to tell y'all something from two different dimensions, and it just ain't coming out right. Where he's trying to explain, he's trying to explain where he fell at, but he can't tell y'all that he wanted to fallen, but he know where he fell at, and so that's why he knows all the intricate parts of how the things take place. But the way that he tried to teach it to y'all, he teach it to you like a pastor do, but in a different kind of way, where he jumped from this spot to this spot to this spot. It's never coherent, but that's because he have a lapse of memory, because he's in two different dimensions. Like, he's trying to tell y'all from the earth up, and then from heaven down, and then from heaven down, earth up, like kind of like that. He's like backwards teaching. He's trying to because he know he wanted to fall, and he just can't tell y'all that. That's why he got all them war marks all over him. He warring still. From the first fight, he's still in the first fight. And a lot of people don't understand that. But those who really understand what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying. Because the first war was terrible. And, it's still taking place. Like, it ain't never stopped the hustle. I try to explain the battle between good and evil, like the homeboys, that, the one homeboy jealous of the other homeboy because he shine too much. He be, he always doing something. He always getting the credit for something. And then the one want to be like him, but instead of saying, I want to be like you, he want to be him. You get what I'm saying? And in order to be him, you got to take his place. That means either one or two. You got to take his life, or you got to take him out of the perspective, the shine of it all. And so the battle still goes on right now. The battle is still going on. It ain't stopped yet. It's still going on from heaven down, and it's never earth up. That's where people keep getting it wrong, because the battle began before now, with the same hating ass homeboy. And you know how hating homeboys do. Once they hating, and they in they bag. And when they get in they bag, they even do everything. They gonna mess with your sister, your cousin, your moms. You know what I mean? Like, they gonna do everything. to get up underneath your skin. But those who know you, praise the Lord, those who know you know better, and they know the hater. You get what I'm saying? So this is how is laid down from heaven down and not earth up. And as long as people can take that in, they'll understand it a little better. It's not from earth up. The hate get and it's just it's a continuation, a determination to win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. But what you winning? You winning some motherfuckers act just like you. That's gonna be a problem. Because once you're all around people who act just like you, that's when you get to arguing and fussing and fighting and carrying on. You know what I mean? Why? Because it triggers something about you, about you. So then the argument begins. Sorry about the juice, y'all. My throat. I try to tell you I sound like Michigan J Frog when I'm tired. And I'm tired, but the Lord kept pushing me to go ahead and start this live stream and kick it with y'all. And I really, I'm like, what's his name in the whale? Jonah. I be over there running over that way to my nine. I'm good. The Lord be put me right back in spotlight. No, you not. Sit down. This is what I need you to do. I'm like, Lord, I'm good. I'm like, yo, I'm good. For real. Like these man, like these people here. Like these your people, bro. Why you keep sending me in there? Mm-mm. He like, cause I need you in place for a minute. I'm like, all right. And anything for the Lord. To hell and back was my vow. And to hell and back I have been messing with the people out here. These people up the move. Woo. Woo 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 woo. This is all I can say. Woo 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 woo. Oh my goodness. And I done experienced them from every level. I have wrote a poem. Y'all don't know I'm a poet as well. I don't just DJ, but I write poetry. So that's why the words to me and a lot of these songs are prolific, and why I'm able to adhere to some of the lyrics better than a lot of other people. Because when I'm out in the music industry with people who want to hear certain things written a certain way, they can't understand the slang. They always turning people down because of the slang and the way that people flip the flow. And because I'm a poet, it's different for me when I'm listening to the artist, where I'll think an artist is like the craziest. Why? Because of the way that they flip they flow. And somebody else will be like, no, that it needs to be written like this right here. And I'm like, nah, that's fly right there. Let them go. Like, let them do what they do, because what they're gonna do is create a different language, you know. And all languages are welcome. For real. We gotta bring them all back from the Tower of Babel. Cause we all gotta come back into one, regardless. But yeah, so when I'm out there in the world, they don't understand it. So but the poet in me allows me to be able to whisk through and listen real carefully, and how to let that drop down on the beat like that, because the poet in me can hear the lyrics, and the musician in me hear the beat. So it is a two-way thing for me, as far as um music and registry mentally. It registers to me differently. These are the things that our grandparents always wanted for us, though. Be who you are. Be the best that you are. Be who you can be. Be the best that you can be. And don't be out there on the corner. Don't be out there doing this. Don't be out there doing that. It's like we sometime disgrace and dishonor. We don't have no pride anymore. That's the most heartbreaking thing for me is watching our black pride diminish. And it's diminishing right here on the internet. It's taking place right on the internet. The the fellas, y'all, what you mean? You black woman? What, bro? What? That's heartbreaking. I don't know if y'all remember, but I went viral some time ago crying about that where I'm on the line and I was crying my heart out, man, because it hurt me so bad that I'm on the line fighting for y'all hard as hell. While they trying to shoot you up and choke you up and hurt you up. I'm on the line with my butt on the line. I'm fighting hard and y'all fighting me though. How is that? Where we do that at? So when George Floyd got killed, everything in my person said don't go. Don't go out there. Don't go out there. Don't go out there. I'm telling you, it was like the Holy Spirit was like beating on me. I couldn't move. I couldn't move. So I didn't go in march. I didn't take place in anything. And usually I'm the most vocal. Up until, me moving. That's what I did. I was a community activist. This is not this, I couldn't move with the George Floyd thing. I just couldn't. It was heartbreaking. I said, these fellas be fighting us hard. You want to beat me up while over here with the white girl, tell me what I'm not while I'm fighting for your life. I couldn't take it in. I like, nah, I can't do it. Like this, I got this where I draw the line. And the brothers be saying stuff like, black women too masculine and black women too this and black women too that. See that hat on my head on this picture? My cousin gave me that hat. A man. He had it specially made just for me. On the front of it, it said Blood Squad DJs. So even in my femininity, I can be a little tomboyish, but even in my tomboyish, I'm still a woman. Always a woman. Always dressed appropriately. Well, not always, but mostly. You know, when it's time to step into the place, I'm gonna be fly. Believe that. But to hear the stuff that y'all say is like off the chain. I mean, cause all I have is men around me. Like, and I have men that my stepfather, my dad, my stepfather, my biological father is still alive. If y'all go down this timeline, you'll see that my biological father is still alive and well, and that's my man's. I love him. I love him with everything in me. Well, my stepfather raised me where y'all keep saying, everybody, stepfather and this and that and all this other stuff. And he raised me and my brothers. And yes, he was a dick. And yes, he could be an ass. But he came to understand us and we came to understand him and we became a family, regardless of everything and all things. And it was everything and all things. It was everything and all things, all kind of stuff. Get what I'm saying? But we learned each other and to the end. Do it to death. That was our anthem. Do it to death. That's how we gonna do. So I watched a lot of the men beating on the women and the women beating on the men, and no unification nowhere, no solidarity at all. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. Y'all talking about fathers don't be taking care of other people kids and this and that. And I seen Kevin Samuels with that. And I watched Kevin, and Kevin had reminded me of my stepfather a lot, and his presentation, because that's the way that my stepfather dressed, in suit and tie every day, a pair of shoes, and he gonna be fly every day, every day, every day. He gonna be fly. He got his hat and his shoes on and his tie, and you know every day. And because he was like that, what he did was he made a way for his nephews to be that same way. So when you look at his nephews, they dress the same way, and they're about the same age as him. You get what I mean? So that all I seen was a dude that behaved like Kevin Samuels my whole life. And then as he got older, he went to preaching like Kevin Samuels about the 25 years old and then the under and blah blah blah. And so I asked my aunt one day, what the hell is that about with my dad over here talking about anything older than 25 ain't no good and all that. And my cousin answered me, and it was so funny. My cousin said, because if they any older, he can't fool them, right? And that shit was so simple and easy. It just fucked me up. She said it just is plain and simple. She said because if they any older, cuz he can't fool them, right? I was crying. Yo, you talking about hollering, laughing. I thought that was the funniest junk I ever heard in my life. I was like, yo, these people crazy. It's like, okay, but I get it though. I do. So when I seen Kevin Samuels was a hoot to me. It was like watching my stepfather alive again. Minus some things because he ain't believe in disrespecting women. That wasn't what he was about. He liked the ladies. He wasn't built to disrespect them. He gonna do it. He gonna do it real slick and smooth. It's gonna be underneath the lip between me and him. All but never outright like Kevin. Never. He would never be that dude at all. He believed in women, empowerment, and he believed in men taking care of women. That was one of his greatest mantras. And I think that he was like that because he was the only boy and he had all sisters. And so he had a lot of reverence for the way that he dealt with women. But they hit him and Kevin like yin and yang, straight up. Used to be looking at Kevin cracking up, but I think the difference with him and Kevin is, and it proved out to me when I thought about Kevin and how he was moving. It proved out in the end, right? Because I kept saying to myself, Kevin is not like my dad in a way, because my dad able to get some butt. Like he ain't so anal. He's smooth, so he able to get some tail. Kevin wasn't able to get no butt. That's why he was so anal like that. And then when it proved out in the end that him trying to finally get him some butt wind up taking his life, I was like, yeah, I thought so. I thought that's what that was. Like he not mean like that because he want to be smooth, but he mean like that because he can't get no butt. Like he can't get humped. And when I paid attention to that with Kevin, I started watching him crumble. I was like, oh, he falling now. His mask off. I'm like, okay. So when you can't get no, then the fellas came into the play, and then everybody was calling him, in the community, and I was looking at him, kind of shaking my head, like, but when you ain't getting no bird, you gonna get some butt. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes to one thing or another, like, cause that other than that is starvation for a man. It's like he's starving now. So he gonna do one thing or another. He gonna get some bird or he gonna get some butt. One of the two. Cause they nasty like that. It ain't, it's something inherent in they nuts. But yeah, so when they seen the dude in there and Kevin pants, went to bagging and he was sagging and you know, everybody was mad with him. I was shaking my head like, okay, it is what I thought it was. This dude mad because he can't get no bird. He talking all this clown stuff, but he can't get him none, and he mad. You black women. These black bitches. That's what I started hearing from Young Pharaoh. These black bitches. I was crying. I was like, these dudes is funny. I like all this, bro, because your feelings is hurt for real. Like this is, cause me having brothers. That's what all I see. Like all this, cause your feelings is hurt, bro. Like you doing all this, bro. Like come on, man. Like, can we stop already? No, cause she. I said, you love her? No, hate that bitch. Oh man, you love her. And the girls be picky. We picky. That's what I was trying to say at the end of the last broadcast is that I know me. I'm a picky somebody. I be picking. I do. I be picking. I know it's me sometimes. It be me a lot of times because I'm telling you, I've been a runaway bride on several occasions. Soon as somebody say, "Can we get married?" I be out. Pew! People talking about you can't be married because you by choice. I'm telling you, it was by choice when it came to me. I did not want to be married. I ain't see none of y'all all right. Y'all was out there acting crazy, out there fighting and all. We don't do that. That public embarrassment. I don't do that. We ain't gonna be acting like that in the streets. My homegirl told me one time, "You doing it all wrong. Is you supposed to be down there while he down there showing off at the bar? You supposed to?" I was like. I said, "Girl, I'm one of them kind of girls that if he run that way, my black ass gonna turn and go the other way. I ain't lying. Like, let him act crazy if he want to. He gonna be looking for me to be chasing him, and I'm gonna be down the block, way down the block. Like for real. I don't know who you do that with and to and how, and I don't do that, bro. No, we gonna do this the grown up way. But can we get it together? No. Okay. If we can't, we might well let this go, cause all the rest of that is that's little kid stuff. But you doing it all wrong. I'm like, I'm gonna be doing it wrong, my girl. And then after a while, she came back to me and said, you're a little different, Taj. Cause I had went on and got old flying spot, and I had graduated like 10 feet without him, and she was looking at me like, "What in the world?" I said, "Man, look, I don't know about y'all, but I don't got a lot of time to play with y'all like that. Like y'all want to play, and playtime is over. Cause when you grown, you do grown people things, and when you're a kid, you do kid things. You know what I mean?" So watching the men in my life do all the craziest stuff that they could possibly do in front of their sister. I've taken to look at the other men around me and kind of laugh, because I try to tell them I ain't just had brothers, all brothers. I had a father right in the house with me, right in the crib. So a wild dude. When my mom passed away, they had been together 27 years. When my mom passed away, she was uh he was a whole different dude. We ain't know that dude. We was looking at him like, who this dude? Like, who this? We kept looking at each other like, cause he was not the man that raised us. He had turned into a whole different dude right before our eyes. And after a while of watching him, I was like, is this the dude my mother kept under wraps all these years? It made me start appreciating her more. Cause we always thought she was the wild one. You know, she gonna stab you up or do something to you. She gonna do something to you. Like, you know. But we always thought she was the wild one. And then when she passed away and this dude jumped out, we were like, whoa, who this dude? So we had to get used to a whole nother dad that wasn't with mommy. And he was off the chain. So when I tell men, you know, I don't just come from uh, a family. I come from a family of men as well, and not only just a family of men, but I had my parents solid in solidarity. You know, I had a household of two parents. I had a father in the household teaching me, and some of the stuff that I hear y'all saying out here, y'all know better. I know y'all know better. Cause I know what my dad told me. I know y'all know better. Just as men, just on the inside of you, just your self-respect, just what's in you, y'all know better. Just like the women. Like I said, a lot of times I've been the problem. Cause I could be a problem. I come from all boys. I could be a problem if you don't handle me right. You got to handle me right. That's just how it is. Yeah, I'm spoiled. I come from all boys. I'm the only girl. Rotten. But I spoil myself. So, you know, all your spoiling is thankful. I thank you for it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It ain't like I ain't gonna do it anyway. That's where the disconnect come in. It's not that I'm being too independent. It's just that I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I'm used to do. This is my lifestyle. This is what I've groomed in. This is how I grew up. This is what I'm used to. It's not that I'm trying to force anything upon you, but this is what I know. Same way as what you know. You know some biscuits on Sunday and some breakfast and you know some collard greens and stuff at the middle of the night. At you know, there's some things that you know from your family, from your mom, from your grandparents. And we have to learn how as a group to combine those things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bring the potatoes, somebody bring the biscuits, somebody bring the candy yams, and somebody bring the sweet potato pie. We have to learn how to do that as a group of people. We ain't quite got there yet. We keep talking about inviting other people to the picnic, but we ain't even got the picnic ain't even set up right yet. Niggas talking about they showing up, don't never show. Niggas say what they gonna bring, don't never bring it. Then everybody's short and somebody got to come out their pocket. Why? Because the nigga said who said they was gonna bring something ain't never show up, and now somebody got to compensate for them. And who got to compensate for them? The one that believed in them. And this is what's happening with us in the neighborhood, and this is what's happening with us in the world overall. Because when we dealing with our African brother, I'll never forget. I went to Italy and was on the train with a black man. And y'all see, I'm cute. Like I'm cute. I ain't just cute like that on the picture. I'm cute like that in real life. Like with one of them bodies that them girls is going to buy. That's my natural look. I just look like that naturally. So, you know, I'm cute. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting off the train and stuff. And this African brother looked me up and down and stuff. He looked me up and down. He said, "What are you?" I said, "What do you mean, what am I?" He said, "Like, what are you? Where are you from? What are you?" I said, "I'm African American." He said, "No, you're American." And looked me back up and down. I was hurt because I was so happy to see them over there. I was happy. Like, oh man, the brothers, like, wow. It broke my heart when he approached me that way. It broke my heart. Cause I said to him, "No, I'm African American. I'm an African living in America." He said, "No, you're an American. You ain't never lived in Africa." I said, "No, I'm one of them Africans that you motherfuckers dropped the fuck off and forgot to come back and get in America, motherfucker." And then I had to catch myself like, oh shoot. Like, see, that's an American response. No, that's an American response. Don't do that no more. Don't do that. But it had broke my heart to the point where my response was real tacky coming back at him. I swung right at his head. And then I seen the same man. I was at a grocery store in San Vital. No, in River Torto. And I seen the same man in the grocery store, and the Italian girls was in there talking to him like grimy. When I tell you they was doing him dirt, they was doing him dirty. And I was watching from a distance for a little while, and then I pulled right up on him. How you, cause I'm picky. I'm picky as hell. That's what I'm saying. I could be the problem sometimes, cause I'm picky as fuck. So I pulled right up on him with my grocery cart, and I pulled right up to the cash register immediately. Been having dialect since I've been there because that's where I go grocery shopping. So we had been kicking it, and they was teaching me Italian and how to say certain things. And so, every time I go there, we would interact with each other in Italian, and they would be teaching me more stuff. And so they was doing him dirty. And then when he seen how they was treating me, he was taken aback. And I looked over at him, like I said, being picky, and I said, see the difference? I said, you screaming African American, and you screaming American, I'm screaming African. See the difference in how they treat you and how they treat me? I'll use that American thing to my advantage real quick. Soon as he said it, I said, no, Americano. And then his feelings was hurt. Now he hurt. And I'm looking at him like, see, this is the interaction that we be having with each other that's whack. All that is whack to me. Because I was happy to see him. I was overwhelmed. And the good part in the ending of this story with that is that I met 3 or 4 or 5 other African brothers, some from Ghana, some from Gambia, um, and they wind up traveling with me emotionally and um, digitally through the internet back to America. And I keep in contact with one of my little brothers over there right now. I love him so much. Like I had so much fun with them in Perugia. It was just so beautiful to even have them around me. It was like, thank you, God, because they had a whole different outcome or outlook on me as a Black American than this man did that I was trying to embrace. When I got to them, I was afraid to even deal with them, but they had embraced me in a whole different way. Like, nah, sister, come sit with us. And what made me go over there is because they was playing Biggie Smalls. I was like, oh, they were playing Tom's Diner. I was like, oh. I was like, let me go over here and tell them I'm the one that picked this song out. So I'm the one that made this song a hit right here when I was a little kid. So we sat down and we had fun, and we sat at the counter and we smoked and we laughed and we chilled until my person came back along to come and get me, and it was wonderful, and I still keep in contact with them. But that's the difference in what I try to tell us about each other, where we could get each other's back. The sleight of hands take place sometime, and I'm a contributor of that, is what I'm trying to say. And those are some things that even I need to work on as a person, is because I contribute to some of that. 'Cause don't be doing that old nasty, hateful stuff to me. I ain't did nothing to you. Like, if I'm trying to love on you, man, don't be doing all that. That's gonna bother me, and then I might just, interact with you the same quite wrong according to the word of God. So those things, I suggest that we work on as a people, and remember, what our grandparents do and how we do, and keep it in perspective of what's going to really happen in the world if some things change in the next 30 days. What would we do? How would we live? We can't keep crashing into people's stores and taking shit just to be rocking later on. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't really sell all that stuff, and we don't sell all that stuff because the people that we know we selling it to, they gonna tell. They gonna snitch. Y'all know that. We can only sell that stuff to like drug dealers in the hood and stuff like that. And if all y'all gonna do is steal stuff to get high, because that's all you gonna do is get high, you can't wear it outside because it's tagged. Get what I'm saying? So, we need to stop doing that, and be able to open up stuff. We got to open up shop and start being shareholders and stuff like that. We can't just be uh, what they call them, robbers, little cops and robbers. We can't just keep being cops and robbers around here, you know, because that's all we turn it into right now. But on that note, I just wanted to kick it. I have not gone live with you guys. I didn't give a chance to introduce my mental. I wanted to be able to do that, and it give y'all a chance to see what I look like, cause I don't know. I know y'all know old scratchy ass voice might sound like it look like a boy, but I don't look like no boy. I'm just looking like a girl. I'm just looking like a girl all the way through. Yes, indeed. Believe that. Um. So no. Mm-mm. No. But enjoy the music. I hope that y'all enjoy the music. I am one of New York's first women DJs. Um. From way back, and now I promote, and hope that you guys enjoy.